Hey, due to a technicality, the challenge is over. I ran day 74, and then I believe on day 75, I went to go hang out with some friends, and I let the day get away from me and didn't run. So the goal was to run every day, and I didn't do it. It's actually kind of interesting because a couple of days prior, I was having problems with some really bad migraines and things like that. I think I needed to get new glasses, and I almost stopped that day because I thought I was injuring my Achilles. And there's a lot of things that I haven't been dealing with so much because I was just focusing on running every day. It got to be a little much. I happened to lay in bed a lot more during the day, and I was even getting bed sores from laying in bed too much. I don't know if it was just laziness or if I just needed to recover more. I don't know. It was just something that was happening. So yeah, I mean, I'm trying not to stress about it too much. Because it's always over with. I haven't ran for a couple days now. This other funny thing that happened was we were adding up all my totals, and I thought on day 74 I was at exactly 115 miles. I was going to finish this up hopefully at about 150 miles. And there was an extra 300 meters that I ran, and I'm pretty much just going to have that covered as like distance control because to make myself feel better. And also, I can't 100% say I was exactly on every day for 74 days. And when you average it out, 300 meters, that's like 4 meters a day. So yes, I could have ran much more than 115 miles, but I could have also ran a little less. And that 300 meters to play with just kind of makes up for it. So I'm just going to call it 115 miles or 185 kilometers. So that's what we're saying I did. And I did it in about 18 and a half hours. So when you look at it, it's about 15 minutes a day I ran and 2,500 meters every day. So it's pretty cool. What else was interesting is yesterday I checked how much was left of the year because my next goal was to really work on my mobility, and there was 120 days. So the rest of the year, we got 120 days to just work on everything else. Keep trying to work on my diet. Uh, I will run, but just not right now. I need to really work on this mobility because when I started running, I wanted to be able to run again. Well, I need to work on all these mobility things and flexibility and my tightness and aches and pains so then I can do everything that I want to do. Whether it's stand for long periods of time at a job, which I've had problems with in the past because of my hips, um, or whether it is running or um, my hip problems get in the way of, I mean, whatever you could think of. It can kind of become a problem, especially things like squatting. So that's what we got right now. Um, so I'm going to work on my flexibility a lot, mobility a lot, doing things like getting into a deep squat, stretching out, all that kind of stuff. And maybe if I'm feeling adventurous, I can try to do my first handstand. I've never been good at handstands or something like that. So that's something I want to work on too. And now that I won't be running, I think that I'll have a little more energy to do more things in the gym. Running takes out more of me, I think, than the gym does. Um, so backtracking a little bit, I just wanted to mention that I lost about 7 pounds across the 74 days that I ran. The original goal was to run for 95 days, which would have been September 22nd. My 5K from the beginning to towards, it was a few weeks ago, but let's just say towards the middle or towards the end, 15% faster. But yeah, I mean, I could have taken off a day and then kept running, but that wasn't what the goal was, and I had varying performances, and there was in my opinion, there was a high, not, there's a moderate injury risk, and I think there's just other things that I could do with my time, other things that I can focus on, and just doing the same thing every day without giving yourself any leeway. I mean, it's good, but at the same time, I need like the freedom to just kind of not be stressed out about it. And it was doing wonders for me for a long time, but right now it just wasn't. So yeah, I may just make a second video because this is probably gonna get pretty long.